State-approved forms. In this course, we will review all the forms that the Division of Real Estate has approved for use by real estate licensees. We will also review what other forms real estate licensees are authorized to use and briefly address the implications of using non-approved forms. Course objectives. At the end of this course, you should be able to do the following. Identify the state-approved forms and the circumstances under which each should be used. Explain when non-state-approved forms may be used. Explain the limits placed on licensees regarding forms and the implications of exceeding those limits. Course outline. Unauthorized practice of law, state-approved forms, other approved forms. Unauthorized practice of law. The Utah Supreme Court defines the practice of law as a representation of the interest of another person by informing, counseling, advising, assisting, advocating for, or drafting documents for that person through application of the law and associated legal principles to that person's facts and circumstances. Real estate licensees often engage in the drafting of documents in connection with a real estate transaction. According to the definition provided by the Utah Supreme Court, such actions could constitute the unauthorized practice of law. However, the Utah Supreme Court goes on to state that real estate licensees may complete state-approved forms without engaging in the unauthorized practice of law. Later in this course, we will review the state-approved forms. Those engaging in the unauthorized practice of law are subject to civil penalties, usually instigated by the Utah Bar Association. However, the civil penalties are not necessarily the largest liability for real estate licensees who engage in the unauthorized practice of law. Real estate transactions are extremely complex from a legal standpoint. Most transactions involve substantial sums of money and extensive contracts meant to protect the interests of all parties. Real estate agents are not trained in the legal intricacies involved in effectuating a real estate transaction. If a real estate licensee engages in the practice of law, they run the very real risk of failing to protect their clients or causing significant damages to their clients. State-approved forms have been drafted by attorneys and are also approved by the Utah Attorney General and the Utah Division of Real Estate. The forms were designed to protect the interest of clients being represented by real estate licensees, while allowing the real estate licensees to serve their clients without involving an attorney in each transaction. If properly used, the state-approved forms will accomplish their purpose. However, if real estate licensees do not use the forms, or they fail to use the forms properly, licensees run the risk of legally or financially injuring their clients. Real estate licensees may be held liable for any damages incurred by their clients as a result of the unauthorized practice of law. State-approved forms. As we just mentioned, the Division of Real Estate and the Utah Attorney General have approved several forms for use by real estate licensees. The forms have been designed so that real estate licensees only need to fill in the blanks. Any further alteration or other use would constitute the unauthorized practice of law. All state-approved forms are available to be downloaded for free from the Division's website. The state and local realtor boards may also have the forms available for those real estate licensees who've decided to join these organizations. We will review the following state-approved forms: Real Estate Purchase Contract, Addenda to the Real Estate Purchase Contract, Real Estate Purchase Contract for Residential Construction, Uniform Real Estate Contract, All-Inclusive Trust Deed, All-Inclusive Promissory Note. Real Estate Purchase Contract, Rep-C. The Rep-C is perhaps the most commonly used form by most real estate licensees. The Rep-C is the contract used in a purchase transaction wherein the buyer agrees to buy and the seller agrees to sell a piece of real estate. Typically, the Rep-C is used in residential transactions. The Rep C is regularly revised by the Division of Real Estate in the Attorney General's office as the market changes and as new issues arise. Since the provision in the Rep C are extremely detailed, and because the contract is so important, we devote an entire 2-hour course to the details of the Rep C. Therefore, we will not engage in a detailed discussion of the form in this course. Addenda. The Rep C is a standard form without many opportunities for significant customization. Remember, the intended use of these forms by licensees is limited to filling in blanks. To afford increased opportunities for customizing the contract to individual transactions, several addenda or additions to the Rep C have been approved.